2, 1. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Frank and Amora, and it's podcast number 7. And today we're going to be say hello, Amora, before we go any further.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, Amora just gets to sit here while Frank runs his mouth the whole time.
Yeah.
We are back, and we are going to be talking about Rockstar's, a couple of things that happened recently. Obviously, we're going to go over the new releases today, which are Frontier Pursuits XP boosts, including legendary bounties and Wheeler Rawson and Company clothing updates, plus Madame Nazar's Lovers Collection and more. So for the Specialist role, XP bonuses includes legendary bounties, bootlegger missions, and much more. Whether you're new to Frontier Pursuits or you've journeyed through each path, you can pick up a 40% XP boost from role activities for both your character progression and your role progression this week. Moonshiner, 40% XP and role XP boosts on all sales, Moonshine story and bootlegger missions. Bounty Hunter, 40% XP and role XP boost on bounty hunter missions, including legendary bounties. Trader, 40% XP and roll XP boosts on sales and resupply missions, as well as making stew in your camp. What does he mean, making stew in your camp? You get a 40% XP. Oh, you do make, that's right, you do make XP for making soup. I was like, what?
Yeah.
The hell?
You also have an award for that.
Yeah. There is an award for cooking that many stews? How many stews you cook?
Yeah.
You should win that. You win a stew eating award, I'll tell you that right now. Whoever that little Chinese guy is that eats the most hot dogs wouldn't stand a chance against you. What the heck is that? I'll never think of his name. Collector, 40% XP and roll XP boost on sales or complete collection sets. Okay, so basically, for all the different roles, you guys are going to get a 40% XP boost on pretty much everything. Yeah. New to the catalog this week, the Charleston top hat, the Reeves top hat, and the Calgary shirt. We're going to give that a shot. Okay. The Wheeler Rawson Company catalog has a selection of new wares available for purchase this week. Permanent editions include the Charleston and Reeves top hats and the men's Calgary shirt. Meanwhile, the Morning Tail, Irwin, and Everhart coats, plus the furred and woodland gloves, are sure to, so make sure to get them while you can. These items and so many more can be purchased either at your local tailor or via the catalog's mail order. I'm wearing, what shirt, what coat am I wearing? The Morning Tail? Man, this thing is smooth. I'm going to stand up for a second. Look at this thing. I missed this last time. I don't know how I missed this last time. Hitman's in the camp too, by the way. Hitman, when you listen to the podcast, we're recording this. So you made the podcast.
I also have the same jacket, but different color.
Oh, yeah. Amora's wearing the black one. That costs gold, doesn't it? That's like 4 gold bars.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's something like that. Anyway, if you guys have not seen the coat, it is phenomenal. I love it. There's a couple of coats that are out right now. This one, and was it a couple of coats? Maybe it was a hat I liked.
2 other.
Oh, that's right. There is a couple of them. Okay,
Yeah.
What else we got here? Let me take a seat, and let's pick up where we left off. I hope you guys are doing well out there. We got a lot of content coming, guys. I know I've been a little bit behind. There's been a lot of stuff I'm working on at the studio and things like that. I haven't forgotten about everything, and you still get it. I'm like Rockstar, though. We're going to take forever to do stuff. You will eventually get what you want, but it's going to take a while. But I have really been working hard, guys. You'll see what's been happening pretty soon here. Okay, so moving on, the Lovers Collection. In honor of Valentine's Day, which most of you probably lives will be saved from maybe this podcast right now, where you say, "Oh my God, it's Valentine's Day." And Rockstar just, it's Valentine's Day sometime soon. Okay. Send her the Chocolate Daisy Yellow Gold Diamond Ring and 2 of Cups Tarot card to complete the Lovers Collection and receive a handsome reward in return. Additional bonuses and benefits, Moonshiner property discounts, and more. If your purse strings are tight, there are plenty of ways to save coin in Red Dead Online. Moonshiners can take 25% off the price of all Moonshiner properties, including property relocation fees. Upgrade your property with a bar expansion to entertain friends and serve Marcel's masterfully crafted moonshine. Then decorate with customizable bar themes. Elsewhere, you could take 5 gold bars off the Bounty Hunter license, Butcher Table, Collector's Bag. If you're looking to establish your camp, take 30% off the Stew Pot and Weapons Locker. Both should help you fend for yourself out in the wilderness. PlayStation Plus members received 3 free MASH refills and Trader resupplies this week. And those Red Dead Online players who connected their social club account with Twitch Prime will receive the Collector's Bag and Polished Copper Moonshine Still, both free of charge. Visit Twitch Prime to sign up. So, there's that. And then we have this. Tamora pointed this out. Her research is outstanding, by the way. She's on top of it. I have enough. Really? I have the way Frank works is I can handle 1 box at a time. So I can give me 1 task, then I have to finish that task. Amora can have like 60 tasks up in the air, and it doesn't bother her. You know what I mean? So she, I got 1 thing at a time. Okay. So this is from Rockstar. Where did you find this? Social Club, right?
Yeah.
This is the post from Social Club.
Yeah, the support page.
Okay.
Like where you go and say like what is wrong and everything. So there was that.
Okay.
Posted.
It says Rockstar Services supporting Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, and Social Club accounts, as well as story mode and online play on all supported platforms, will be temporarily offline February 12th between 6 and 8 UTC. This maintenance is not expected to take the entire scheduled window, and services will return as soon as maintenance is completed. So, if you guys are, this is really good news because they're obviously taking some steps to fix the issues that people are having. We've noticed some animals too back around the world. You were pointing out earlier there was about 21 people.
21 people, and we saw animals though.
Yeah, there was some deer running around. There was a bunch of stuff happening, so that was really cool. Okay, one other thing I want to cover, and then we'll have some fun. But this is important down the road. If you're a fan of Rockstar Games, basically the company was started by 2 brothers. One of the brothers is still there. Actually, there was 3 people. There's 2 brothers and a third party. Okay, one of the brothers wrote every game that we've seen, from GTA, from Bully to GTA 5 to or GTA 3, 4, 5, Red Dead Redemption 2. This is the guy who wrote it. GTA writer and Rockstar Games co-founder Dan Houser is leaving. Dan Houser, one of co-founders of Rockstar Games and an instrumental figure in the development of the long-running Grand Theft Auto franchise, is now departing the company, according to a new report. Now, this came out February 5th. Houser was an integral part of many Rockstar Games' most popular franchises, including Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, and Bully. He and his brother Sam Houser, Rockstar's other co-founder, were both once featured as 2 of Time magazine's most influential people in 2019, due largely to the mainstream success and popularity of GTA. So, what does that mean? Nothing yet. Doesn't mean anything for you guys, honestly. Because Sam is a writer, and it doesn't have anything to do with the direction. He has to do with the direction of the games. So he's the one that was writing the scripts and doing all the stuff for Red Dead, all the GTA games you guys love, things like that. He was the one behind that was coming up with the storylines and all that stuff. So you're not going to see the effects of him leaving until you're going to buy a new Rockstar game. Somebody's horse is in camp. It's wandering. Get out of my tent. So, yeah. So him leaving is not going to affect you guys yet, but it will. And who knows? I mean, there's a lot of really brilliant story writers out there. It may change a little bit of the feel of some of the games with somebody else writing them, but I think there's enough people out there that I mean, the guy built the company. My hat's off to him. He's built a hell of a company. I love what Rockstar does. So whatever he's going to do next, he's probably going to retire to Colombia and take hostages, like young female hostages, and do a bunch of cocaine and be like the new John McAfee. That's what you're going to hear about this guy in a little. Listen, look up John McAfee if you want to see what John McAfee's doing right now. That guy who did the computer software, that's what he's doing. Like, true story. John McAfee. Now he's back in the States. But look up John McAfee if you guys want to have some fun. That's where Dan Houser's going, and good for you, Dan. More power to you, my friend. So that's not going to affect you guys for a while till new games come out, and then we'll just kind of have to see what happens. What do you think of that news?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know? Did you know about it before I
I
told
don't
you,
know.
or before I just said that?
No,
You didn't know?
that came out of yeah. I
All
don't.
right. We're getting you guys information first. Even my co-host doesn't know what the hell is going on around here. She's like, why are you asking me? Who? What? She's like, the guy's dead. No, he retired. Anyway, moving on.
I'm shocked.
She's in shock. I can't believe you're in shock.
I'm in shock. I didn't know this.
Yeah, Dan, he left. It's a really cool story, Rockstar's company. It was Dan and Sam Hauser, two brothers who started it, and they wrote these crazy games and, just kind of came from their mind. I mean, the article is really, really cool. I don't know if you guys want me to delve too much more into that. I'm kind of debating as I'm talking to you right now whether to keep reading it or not. What do you think, Amor? Do you want to know more, or have you had enough? I mean, I don't know what else the article is going to honestly go into or tell you. You know what I mean?
If you don't want to read it, you can leave a link behind.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Much better. Because
So
I
people
really
can,
think we're
read
just gonna. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be beating a dead horse by telling you more about the guy. You can research the guy, but the only thing that matters is he left. Then we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I firmly believe that Rockstar is obviously going to be one of the premier gaming companies for the foreseeable future. Unless it's a monster company at this point. And built by these two guys, these two brothers, which is phenomenal. And that just goes, like stories like that are amazing to me. These two guys who were probably sitting around smoking weed, trying to come up with something, and they came up with a video game company. Like, if you look at their games, they're basically like my idea of like the perfect fun way to spend a Saturday. You know what I mean? Like, it was all like when you looked at GTA 4, you had like Scarface, music, and it was that feeling of being in Miami, and they even had characters that were like, I felt like these guys watched the same movies and kind of had the same childhood I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but God bless you, Dan, and have a nice retirement in Colombia with your new hostages. Okay, so we wanted to talk about why we don't have some content, some fun ways that we can play the game, and just until we get an update, just something for us to do. And there's a lot of cool things you guys can check out. One of the things is go back and play the story missions, because I just did one with Amora before we did the podcast, and I gotta say, I had a lot of fun. And there's things in these story missions that you totally have forgotten about, especially if you're a grinder. If you play a lot of this game, go back and check out the story mode, from like, which one did we do today? Bring a goddamn posse. Man, she said they're coming with the tank. I said, what tank? I was like, they have a tank? I was like, what? She was so excited, and I was like, and then it pulled up, and I have not seen this thing since that mission. It has like it's like a war wagon with it's almost like he has like a protective shell around him on the top of it. It looks awesome. I want one so bad. I would sell Crips to have that. Like if they were listen, we'll go get them back though. That's the like we wait for them to we wait until we see taillights and then we go get it again. Then we'll rescue Crips. But yeah, go back and check out the story mode. That was so much fun, where you were positioning the people of Valentine around Valentine. I thought that was awesome. I forgot all about that, where we basically, it's like living the movie The Magnificent Seven, where you go into town, Valentine is completely set up with blockades and stuff, and you position the people of Valentine around different areas. I dig it. I had a lot of fun. Who's here? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that's one thing. Go back and check out story mode stuff. Another thing is these really weird games you can play. Amora and I play Railroad Joust with machetes, where we'll get on the railroad tracks a good distance apart from each other, and we pull out our machetes and we'll ride at each other like knights, and you get to swipe at each other. You know, and then, but you don't kill each other right away, and then you turn around and you do it again until somebody dies. Horse impacts count. If you knock somebody off their horse, you know what I mean? She lost her horse and then was on foot with a sword like a knight. It was great. That's another, the little kinds of fun little ways to do that. Another way to do it, my dog's chasing me. Another way to do it is to have, I lost my train of thought when the dog ran by chasing somebody. Another cool thing that you guys can do, and we talked about it once before, is turning off your compass, going into like Saint Denis or something, and turning off your map and your compass and just kind of wandering around in town. It's a lot of fun to do that kind of stuff. You get to hear the NPCs saying some things, and it's always an interesting trip into town. What would you say? What's a good way to spend some time while you're playing the game? You're waiting for content. What would you say?
Well, I like to fool around with my friends.
Yeah.
I like to hammer people and just run away quickly.
Oh, so you're just messing with your friends. So your idea is of a way, you piss your friends off. There's Amora's suggestion for the ways for you to spend your time is to piss your friends off. Piss your friends off. Hit them with a hammer. Yeah.
Also, I like to I'm not good with guns, so I do like to shoot my friends.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Against my friends.
Against your friends. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And also, maybe some kind of games, like Simon Says.
Like Simon Says, yeah? We're never going to ever play Simon Says. There will never be on this channel a single time of anybody doing what Frank says, ever. You should never do what Frank says. Do the opposite of what Frank says. That's the game that we'll play here. That's the safe bet. We're never playing Simon Says. You go play Simon Says on another YouTube channel. I've seen those guys, and it's weird. I'm not doing it. The hell with it.
No, not in the game.
I don't care anywhere. Real life, in the game, it ain't happening. Frank's not a Simon Says player. We play musical chairs with blindfolds and darts. That's what we're playing on Frank's channel. You guys want to play Simon Says? We'll play Pin the Tail on the Donkey with lawn jarts. If you know what lawn jarts are, Frank loves you even more. I'm not telling you what lawn jarts are. Shout out to lawn jarts. Shout out to picnics in the 80s. Yeah. Hula hoops. Whatever. Anyway, so the other way we spend our time is just making fun of each other. If you guys want to do that, you're more than welcome to join us. I make fun of myself better than she makes fun of me, I feel. But I'm trying to think of another great way that you guys can spend your time just kind of, I mean, the stranger missions are great. You can just jump back into but I think the story missions are the thing that most people are forgetting about, at least me.
Yeah.
I think I mean, how many are there? Let's just look. What would you, I mean, I'm guessing 15? Let's just say it's 15. That's a lot of really cool things to go through, and just remember that, because I mean, we did the fort one the other night where we put the armor on. I remembered that one. Mm-hmm. But I didn't remember that we had cannons we could use going into the fort. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. One thing you guys can really try that's a lot of fun is getting your moonshine thing, testing those. What mode is it? What's the last mode you could do on your moonshine? Like the hardest level. Well, there's one above hard that you can do. Ruthless. Yes. It is. Check out the ruthless mode on the Moonshiners, and let me know. I'm like a completionist, so I have to try to beat everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I start that crap, and there's a few of those bad boys where you're like, what am I doing? There's no red dots. It's all free aim, so it's just a mess in there. It's a mess.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, though. That, to me, is... I love that kind of stuff. I love it when the AI... I feel like they're holding the AI back in here sometimes. Not just... I mean, obviously, that takes away where I have to free aim and I can't see their dots. Even if you just take the dots away, it's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To deal with the NPCs. So if you guys want to try something out just to change the speed of things for a little bit for yourself, turn that map off, man, and try to do some of these missions. I do it, and it's a pain in the ass. I mean, these guys come out of everywhere. And it turned into something really, really cool where you can't see the enemies coming. You don't know what's ahead of you, things like that. And it's a lot of fun. And then if you really want to get tricky, turn it into free aim, and it's a mess. I'm trying to think. There's a couple of really cool story missions. The one we did today was great. What's your favorite story mission?
Oh, I don't remember the names, and I don't remember half of them. So
See?
it's really hard.
Point proven. Go play story missions. Yeah. Yeah. I think even the cutscenes are great. Like we were going into that thing, the jail today. When we went into do that mission in Valentine, we had Alfredo Montez. He was in jail, and I remember the mission that we did. Remember, you have to like go sneak around into the camps, kill everybody, and then you kind of find him. But you kill his brother. That's what it was. Yeah. So I don't even remember how we got him. We killed his brother. We had to like sneak around with the bow and arrow, and you go through all the camps. Remember?
Yeah.
And you're up in, what the hell's Manzanita Post with that big red-haired dude that looks like some kind of Viking. Your people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they cut his head off, right? They cut his head off and, like, stick it in a bag.
Yeah, and show it, and then they throw it away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to keep it, I feel.
Trophy.
Where you go? But I mean, where would you keep it? I mean, you got to cut. I feel like if you're going to keep that, you got to like completely clean it off, like a conch shell. You got to get rid of the thing inside. You're not going to keep just the whole thing on your mantle. I'd keep somebody's head on my mantle, especially if I cut it off with a buck knife. Well, anything else you want to talk to these lovely people about? Or have you had enough?
Maybe. Maybe
Amora's like, I've had enough. You guys are the best audience, man. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know the content has been a little bit slow, but believe me, we are working very hard, and we will have a steady stream of stuff coming out very soon. I like to stay ahead of the curve a little bit so we don't hit these moments where we're kind of lacking and stuff. So we're up about 2 months worth of really cool projects and stuff ahead of schedule. So, well, we're behind schedule, but way ahead of schedule at the same time, if that makes any sense. And listen, Uncle Frank way underestimates how long it's going to take to do things. So I'll be like, yeah, take me, 10 minutes. Meanwhile, 10 hours. Usually I'm about yeah. That's pretty much a good estimate about. So that's what you know what I mean? That's the gap we're looking at. But as always, man, I want to thank you guys for tuning in from the bottom of my heart. It truly does mean the world to me. Stay safe out there. Remember that Uncle Frank loves each and every single one of you. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring the bell, the whole damn thing. And we will see you guys really soon.